Hello, everyone.
走，
我操！
The 7.1 quake shook Mexico so violently that entire buildings crumbled within seconds, leaving crowds screaming and running from the falling debris. That quick decision to hide under the table likely came from proper training. It's the best way to avoid falling objects during a quake. This office clip from Japan shows the exact moment everything started shaking during the earthquake. You can see the shock on everyone's faces as the massive 7.7 earthquake shook Myanmar and Thailand. An ordinary afternoon turned into pure chaos. If you've ever imagined a 7.5 earthquake from upper floors, this is it. Taiwan's recent quake shook so hard that even standing upright became a challenge. People panicked and ran for their lives as a massive landslide crashed down the mountainside right after the powerful 6.8 magnitude earthquake shook southern China in 2022. The terrifying roar of falling rock made the chaos even worse. This isn't a display issue. It's the powerful moment a 7.6 magnitude earthquake hit the city of Hachinohe in Japan, leaving everyone stunned. The violent shaking sent objects crashing down and made the metal gate vibrate non-stop, turning this quiet shop into chaos within seconds. A sudden 7.6 magnitude earthquake struck Japan on December 8, 2025. The residents must have been terrified by the intense shaking. The 7.7 quake shook Myanmar so violently that the entire store fell apart in seconds. Just look at the shelves crashing down as customers scramble to escape. This earthquake in Myanmar was terrifying. It was so powerful that even the solid concrete ground was shaking violently, and nothing could withstand its force. As the room began to shake, people wasted no time. They stood up instantly and rushed out before things could start falling around them. This souvenir shop in Morocco collapsed into chaos when the 6.8 quake hit. Items fell instantly, and everyone dashed out as the shaking intensified. Turkey was rocked by a quake over magnitude 7, leaving countless buildings cracked, weakened, and unable to withstand the brutal force of the shaking. As the ground began shaking, a cloud of dust burst from collapsing structures, and people ran into the street in panic, unsure of what would fall next. The scream said it all. The moment the earthquake hit, everyone ran outside and held on to each other, trying desperately to stay steady against the shaking. The force of the 7.4 earthquake in Manay, Philippines made the entire workshop tremble, sending equipment tumbling, the truck shaking harshly, and the workers scrambling for safety.
Theo này nghỉ lâu rồi hả? Ha. Nghỉ lâu rồi, nhảy nhảy nữa kìa.
In just seconds, the calm shop turned into chaos as the earthquake shook everything. Items fell, shelves rattled, and everyone struggled to stay on their feet. The 7.0 magnitude quake also hit Jose Abad Santos hard, sending residents running out of their homes and forcing many to sit down as the shaking made it impossible to stand. The timing couldn't have been closer. Just before the 5.4 quake rocked Croatia, a driver passed by and the roof collapsed right after. That's incredible luck. As the earthquake hits, the pool turns into a whirl of waves and splashes, giving a real sense of the quake's strength. The strong 6.0 earthquake in Antofagasta, Chile caused a massive section of the mining area to collapse, sending a surge of dust toward the workers and forcing them to run for safety. The massive 8.2 magnitude earthquake shook Mexico so violently that trees swayed wildly and vehicles immediately slowed down as the entire road trembled beneath them. The sudden quake caused the entire home to shake violently, and the man's first instinct was to cover his dog to prevent anything from falling on it. The 7.2 magnitude earthquake hit Ferndale, California, with enough force to rattle every building on the main street, sending panicked crowds rushing outdoors for safety. The intense shaking caused the entire house to tremble nonstop, which caused furniture to slide across the floor and everyone to rush outside as the tremors grew stronger. The shaking caused the street to move so much that traffic came to a sudden halt, with both riders and drivers looking around in shock as the earthquake intensified. A powerful 6.8 quake struck Morocco mid-meal, and the women's frightened reaction captures just how intense the tremor really was. During the powerful 7.1 earthquake in Mexico, the ground trembled so hard that vehicles began to sway, and drivers slowed down to maintain control on the unstable road. As a press conference was underway in Turkey, a massive 7.6 earthquake hit. People reacted instantly, diving under tables as the ground shook violently. No warning needed. The second the ground moved, everyone rushed out like it was a reflex built from years of earthquake drills. A strong 7.4 quake hit the Philippines during his interview, yet he barely reacted, and his calm attitude became the most impressive part of the moment.
King, alam ka, para mo, King. Gawas, gawas. Oh.
The dramatic difference between the calm before and the chaos after the quake shows how powerful the tremors were. Nothing inside the store was spared. The violent tremor left no time to think. Displays collapsed instantly, and customers sprinted to safety. In just seconds, the earthquake turns the calm nail salon into chaos, with falling objects and people rushing out desperately for safety.
Everything. Oh, fuck.
The 6.9 magnitude quake in Indonesia shook the hotel from floor to ceiling, forcing everyone in the hallway to run for safety as the tremors grew stronger. The intense shaking in Myanmar made the hotel appear unstable, and people nearby couldn't shake the fear that it might fall at any second. The tremors were powerful enough to make the trees wobble, the road shake, and the building visibly vibrate, sending people running in fear. The quake shook the entire room so violently that no one even had time to think. They just held on and hoped it would stop. The Philippines was rocked by a quake nearing magnitude 7. And the shaking was so strong that the entire flow of traffic came to a standstill on the busy highway. The Myanmar earthquake turned an ordinary street into a chaotic cloud of dust, and the fear on people's faces says everything. Nothing could stay on the shelves during the earthquake. Everything came crashing down as people rushed to protect themselves. The Myanmar earthquake shook the medical ward so violently that even staff struggled to stay balanced while helping patients stay safe. The sudden earthquake shattered the calm lunch scene, sending everyone scrambling as the room shook violently. In a split second, the quiet scene turned chaotic as the quake hit, sending everyone rushing outside and crouching for safety. That's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. See you in the next one.